Apartments or condos, should I rent or should I own? Escrow, leasehold.
Welcome to Real Estate After Dark. I'm your host, Larry Casselberry, and to my left and your right,
June King.
what's up, June?
Not much.
Yeah, happy
Just-
4th of July to you.
Absolutely. We passed that. I cannot
sure
believe that we're in July.
I know, it's in the middle of the year.
Look, we're
It's
past,
the middle of the year.
past middle of the
School
year.
is about to start. Yeah, it's past, but I feel like school's about to start tomorrow or
Don't
something.
you tell those
I'm like,
kids
nope.
that.
I still got my month and a half or a month left.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, great. So what did you do for the 4th?
I just relaxed. I'm in my yard as always.
Mhm.
So I had to start that pretty early. But, just the kids are gone to Europe. So
Awesome.
we're kind of, settling from that. But man, nothing at all. I mean, I went out to eat, had a nice steak, and
You didn't barbecue?
I didn't. I've been eating a lot of barbecue lately. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. Barbecue is barbecue.
Right. Yeah.
The grill is in the backyard. You were like, let me throw something on today.
Right. Exactly.
So it's barbecue is barbecue. I don't know.
Well, this is my first one this year that I barbecue. This
You
year.
did?
I
did?
did. A little bit.
Okay, are you like gas or you charcoal?
No,
'Cause-
charcoal.
Okay.
I do got a gas side, but I had the grill for about 6
Okay.
years, but I've never used that
You
side.
got them coals.
Maybe I need to go look at it though. But
Yeah, make sure it's still working. Like, I got the right
Yeah,
attachments to
yeah,
this. You
the
may
co-
try to use it, they don't even work.
yeah, it was. I mean, fantastic. I relaxed. I never take
Yeah.
a day off, and so I took.
You took a day off.
I know. I told
like it.
I told my clients. I was telling you
Yeah.
earlier. They're gonna have some barbecue sauce on their cheeks. I want to have
Yeah.
some barbecue sauce on my cheeks too.
For once.
Yes.
So let me go in this blackout zone and focus on self.
It's exactly.
it.
You need to, so you can be efficient and you can work really hard for your clients.
Well,
So
I know
need that
you
break.
said you had a crazy last month of June.
Mhm.
And from what you were telling me, you needed a day.
I got the same month this July.
The same month as July.
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed.
Praise God.
But you know what?
We'll take it.
I like overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed is good.
It is fantastic.
You
Yes.
just rub a couple checks on your back. It's you're sore. Ooh, another check came. Ooh, that feels so good. I like that.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, this segment is brought to you by one of my listings, actually.
Okay.
1101 not Brennan Drive, 1101 3rd Street in Argyle, Texas.
Okay.
It's offered at 462. This is a 5-bedroom, four bath.
Wow.
This is a really big house, 3,500 square feet.
That's huge.
It's my neighborhood of Harvest, which is a community year in 2017 and 2018.
Okay. So it was built in 2017?
This one was built in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, but this house has so much inside of it. I mean,
Still new?
open floor plan, definitely new. Really good friends of mine that I'm selling this house for. They have a custom barn door casing in the family room, which is really cool, around a really big 70-inch television that you normally do not see.
Right.
Plantation
beautiful.
shutters throughout the entire house,
Oh, wow.
top and bottom. I mean, these shutters are pretty expensive when you get real wood. Has a water softening system for the entire home.
I
So
love that.
all the water that you get, it's all soft water.
So you don't have to worry about all those plastic bottles everywhere.
No, you do not.
That's perfect.
And it's really good for your yard too, because the yard gets the same type of
I
water.
knew you
I
had to
got
put
that on
that
my
in.
house.
Right.
Got him. That's awesome. Has a reverse osmosis system in the kitchen water spout. So the kitchen, it gets reversed osmosis in water, which is very healthy for you.
So what is reverse?
Reverse is like, I guess
I know what reverse means, but what does that mean?
well, it
almost?
it's basically if you have if you're taking alkaline water,
Uh-huh.
it's very high.
Oh, good.
Very high in alkaline.
Okay.
And
perfect.
the water softening system already ups the level of alkaline also too. So this is like another step on top of another step.
Oh, great.
Very, very big
Awesome.
feature for this house.
Yes.
2.5 car garage, has custom flexi mount overhead garage storage system. Like when
Mhm.
you drive it in your cars, you got the storage on top. So that's really
oh,
cool.
that's really good. I mean, the space.
Very much space, and it's usable space that's on top of you.
Oh, that's perfect because then
Yeah.
your garage don't have to be messy.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
that's custom.
Like my garage.
Has a really crazy media room. I mean, it's all laid out really nice inside of
I
there.
saw it. Beautiful.
Yes, it's nice. And one thing I love about this house, it has Cat 6 upgrade when it comes to like the cable and wiring in the house. So
Okay.
very fast speed, high internet.
We all love high
we
speed.
we allowed to have high speed,
Yes.
5G,
We're
6G,
spoiled
whatever G
now.
we going into right now.
We need 10.
Exactly. Upgraded fans and lighting in every room. So
Great.
it's just a really good. And I'm going to do a really big thing on Harvest Community because I live in there.
Okay.
And it's one of like the best places to live, communities.
Mhm.
I mean,
School
it's getting
district?
these awards.
Mhm.
School District, Argyle ISD,
Okay.
Argyle.
And that's important because, like,
And they just got another Lone Star Cup. I don't know
Oh,
how many
wow.
they won in a row, 7 or 8.
wow.
I forget.
Wow.
You know,
So-
Lone Star Cup is basically for Scholastic and the school district winning multiple championships.
Oh, wow.
So only like I think 7 school districts in Texas got it this year, but they run concurrent. I don't know how many times. I mean, it's a lot.
So let me ask you this question. 'Cause I think people slip on that community. So how far is Algral from Dallas?
From Dallas, if I'm going to the center of Dallas,
Uh-huh.
you know, downtown Dallas per se, I would say about 35 to 40 minutes.
And that's not bad.
No, an average commute is 35 minutes.
Yeah. And so,
So-
that is
and,
the average
and if you're
commute.
outside of a metroplex, you just tack on another 15 to 20. So it really depends on. My big thing is community over commute.
Okay.
So
right.
I try to stress that to a lot of people because they want to live in certain areas. And I'm like, what's important to you? What's important to your kids? So when you break down the value of community over commute, you're like, hey, I can do an extra 15 minutes.
Exactly, because you want your kids. I see a lot of
Mhm.
that when I'm doing pre-qualification.
Yeah.
And even though I don't do the real estate part, but they tell me everyone wants their child to go to a good school.
Right.
Like that's just important.
Right.
You know, some of these schools you just you don't
Yeah.
want your child to go to.
Of course.
I have a client and her child is 1,
hmm
and I was thinking, because my child is 22.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking this when she was 1 too, but I can't remember because it's been so long.
Right.
But she was so like into I need a good a school
Yeah.
for my child, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And then asking them how long do they plan on being in that house
yes.
and things of that nature because things happen. So if she's like, my child is 1 and I may be here 4 or 5 years, well, a school district may not matter as much.
Right.
But now we need to get into like looking at, child care,
Right.
availability around that, so that kind of helps out a little bit more. Just going a little bit,
Yeah.
take it to a next step
She was just cautious. So she said
Yes.
that if she doesn't move
and value
yeah.
value of your home. I mean,
Yes.
if you're in, a 9 or 10 rated school district,
Uh-huh.
your house is always going to be like, we
Top
want your house.
Right. Just for the
The
community.
value will be there.
Okay.
The value will be there. So that is huge when people ask you about, the long term. Hey, will my house be a certain value? When I sell it, when we're ready to sell it 4 or 5 years, like, hey, I don't have a magic ball, but what you are doing is you're putting yourself in one of the best school districts, and then you also have to look at bonds and stuff too.
Okay.
So if a certain school district, we just passed a $30 million bond or $300 million bond, that means that area is growing and they're investing into the area with bonds. They're backed by bonds. So that means they're building new schools.
right.
They're updating the schools and new facilities and things of that nature.
Mhm.
So when you are buying homes that, in areas that have these bonds, you got to know, hey, something's going on here.
Right.
The boom is coming.
The boom is coming.
Yeah. So
Sounds
that's
great.
one thing about when people are looking at home value.
So the media room, because the media room is sick.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
And even in this price for 462,
Right.
with the respective offer, they're willing to include a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Everything must go.
Everything must go.
Fire
Everything.
sale.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
yes,
it. I love it. But it's a beautiful home. I helped them purchase this home 2 years ago. Really
Okay.
good friends of mine. And we're going to miss them.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to miss them. But
Absolutely.
they're definitely excited by new trials and creating new memories somewhere else. So,
Oh, great.
yeah, come
That's
check it out.
Yeah, so get out there.
1101 3rd Street, Argyle, Texas.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful home. Beautiful
Mhm.
home. Okay. So
Man, I want to get into you because I know you just like you're just
change.
you're in like another city, where you
Yes.
a new job, still
absolutely.
doing what you love,
Yes.
still doing what you love in a
Yes.
better situation. So can you update us on like how's that transition been for you?
Okay.
And then we're gonna get into some more specifics on just what makes you different.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm still transitioning, even though I'm officially there, right? Because I got to
Okay.
get acclimated to the systems and with my clients, and so it was really hard because now I am a broker.
Okay.
So I'm not going to elaborate on too much of a broker and a lender because we're going to
Okay.
have a broker come in tomorrow, and since I'm
Gotcha.
working on both sides, and lending as a lender, I've
Yes.
always been a lender.
Yes.
So he's going to have his perspective. I'm going to have my perspective on what's the pros and cons of a lender and a broker.
Okay.
And now people are like, what is a lender and broker? You have to tune in next week to be able to tell what the difference between a lender and a broker. But the difference with me is I'm able to offer my clients better products, more products, things that I wouldn't be able to offer as a lender. Because when I work for a lender, I only work for one bank. So now I have the options of working for 25 lenders. And that's huge.
So 25 lenders have
different
more
guidelines
banks too.
Yes, different guidelines.
And they have more banks connected too.
Yes.
So for average people that's really big on numbers, I mean, how many different banks are we looking at now that you could actually look into versus just having one?
Just having one, because you have to go by those guidelines. And so since it's not really like a huge overhead, my rates are typically 2 points lower. So that helps you qualify for almost 2 points.
I mean, you could do some math with that.
Yes, you do some math. Yeah,
you can really do some math.
So my clients are qualifying for more of a house because the market is hot.
Right.
Okay, it is. It is.
Okay.
And so if you can qualify for a $200,000 house on the lending side, but you can qualify now for a $260,000 house with the same payment, why wouldn't you, go to 260?
So tell me this, is part of like your database of friends and family that you've helped get houses before from your previous lending, are you actually kind of going back now with the rates being as great as they are? Because it's I wouldn't say record breaking, but it's back to where it was 2 or 3 years ago almost.
It's great.
Are you going back to them and saying, hey, if you refinance, maybe a good opportunity?
Yes, I've contacted a few because I still have to keep up because I'm kind of busy.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to so I've contacted quite a few and we're in the process.
Yes.
But I can't, all of them right now. So it's going to take me a couple
while to kind of get through them.
Yeah, get through everybody because I'm big on getting you the best deal.
Right. So if anybody's listening to our podcast and June has helped you in the past, if she's not reaching out to you, reach out to her.
Yes.
She's ready to work for you automatically. But she just can't get to everybody.
Just right now,
if you're
but
listening,
I can.
But you can.
Soon.
Reach out.
Soon.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Get in the pipeline. She's ready to go.
Yeah.
So I like to put that out there.
432-2834, my cell number. So that's the best way to get me. And the name of my company is called Francis Colonial Mortgage.
Okay.
And so was powered by Francis Colonial Mortgage. The name of my company is called Armor Financial Group.
Okay.
And so the difference is the Armor Financial Group is my company. And so I'm powered by Francis Colonial Mortgage.
Okay.
I actually got a new office in Arlington Highlands.
The Highlands, yeah.
Yeah. So are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
So I'm right next to Gloria's.
Gloria's. Oh,
yes.
man.
So
Not Gloria's.
Yes, I know, right? I mean, it's a whole lot of restaurants over there. So I'm trying to get it where I'm not eating out.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the Highlands.
I love
you have everyththing you want there.
I love it. I walk and everything. So
That's
my new address, because I can't remember it, so I'm going to look at it on the screen. It's called 3901 Arlington Highlands Boulevard, and I'm in Suite 219.
Okay.
And that's Arlington, Texas 76018. So if you just want to stop by, I have a receptionist. You can come and say, hey, I want June King and Suite 219. They'll come get me. We can chat, or you can call me at 469-432-2834. I'm super excited, Larry, so people can understand, because even though I've been in the business for a very long time, I didn't know the difference between the broker and the lender. And I've been in the business for a while. Right. And so when the broker side was approached to me, I didn't believe it.
Right.
I just didn't. I mean, when they say, if something's too good to be true, it's typically not. Well, that's not so. But there's pros and cons everywhere.
There is pros and cons because there's a lot of, agents that I know, sales agents that don't want to be brokers, on the real estate side.
Right.
So it's, just more responsibility, errors and omissions, and, you're responsible to supervise individuals now.
Right.
So there's a whole lot of different, aspects of that. But yeah, some people just love just doing what they do. But I'm glad you're able to see the value.
I did.
And taking a leap of faith, and
it was a transition.
Different. Yeah,
it was a transition. I didn't just say, okay, this is, because I've been doing it for a long time.
Right.
And so I wanted to make sure that it was the best fit for my clients, my clientele, the ones that I typically work with and things like that. And so it took me about 60 days.
Yeah.
I was just researching it, just looking and see. And I'm so excited about when the broker comes, which is Derek Townsend, when he comes next week. And then you can ask a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah.
And so, so we can see, and so you can kind of understand, you know. And so it's so amazing because I've been doing it for 18, going on 19 years. And it took me this long to figure out the difference between the broker and the lending side. And I'm about to teach you guys day one with the difference between broker and the lending side.
Yeah, you showed me on your computer. And I was like, I want to do that.
I know, right? I know.
You're like, I mean, me looking at it from a consumer, not even like a businessman, but I was like, man, why aren't people doing this?
Yes.
Like, why wouldn't you want to benefit from looking at multiple options?
You don't know, because I didn't know.
Yeah, it's the same way saying, I want to see one house. No, you want to see multiple houses and let's make a decision.
Make a decision, yeah.
You know, I mean, that's, it's really, I think people, when you show them, you can say it, you know, verbally, right? And then try to get someone to be more excited about it. But when you show them to them physically and they can show it, like that did it for me.
I know. That did it for me. Because it did it for me too.
So, yeah.
So this is, I mean, because on the broker side, they were trying to get me to come for a while, like 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to listen to it because I didn't believe it. And
like,
then,
show me a check.
And then, right. But I wanted to see the systems. That was the biggest thing, right? And so my friend and he said, you just got to see it. Like, it's amazing, right? Like he said, I didn't know either. So I was like, you know what? Just come to my office, you know, kind of blow him off because he's been bothering me.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I just sat back and I was like, wow.
Yeah, sometimes we don't want to just switch over our database either.
Yes, it's a transition. I'm still transitioning.
Show me how your database works. Show me how I can get my database in your database and not be so hard. Because it takes a lot to kind of build up a CRM, and you're like, I got to do this all over again.
So that's one beautiful thing. It's my company. So the Armor Financial Group will always go with me. And so, and how I did it, like people might not know that King is not my official name.
That's right.
So Armor is my maiden name.
Your maiden name.
Well, I'm not married. I'm single. So I just want to maybe put that out there. Right. So King, I just kept King because it was my daughter's last name. I was married for a long time. And so June King just rings. So the Armor Financial Group is my family name.
Your family name.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was excited. I love it. So next week, the broker.
Yep.
Versus the lender. And so I want people to understand it's not like, even though I say versus, it's not like a debate, right? Because there's different pros and cons for each one of them, right?
Of course.
But on the broker side, for me, the pros outweigh the cons.
They do.
Yes, they do. So, which is great. So I'm excited about that. We're gonna also feature more guests. The credit repair. We just been really busy. Larry been showing houses.
Man,
I've been working on here, and so
it's hot outside.
It's hot.
You ain't carrying around like a gallon of water with you. Something's wrong.
No,
people look at me crazy. I be in the parking lot. It's hot.
I saw Larry in the parking lot today.
Extra shirt. You got to be prepared when you're out there. Yes. It is not planned at all.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
So, well, I guess that's wrap up our show today.
Definitely. If you guys have any questions, reach out to us, Facebook, Real Estate After Dark, or on Instagram, Real Estate After Dark Podcast. We love to hear, your questions or anything you have in the real estate needs when it comes to buying a home or even getting lending. We would love to answer your questions. So
absolutely. And I know you guys, some people put some questions out there. So next week, we're going to answer some of those questions when we do broker versus lender.
We'll start off with that.
All right. Perfect. All right. We're out of here. Blessings.
Bye-bye.